Here's Nick Sirianni after the game talking about his team's performance in their effort to get to 6-0.
We got to play a complete game. We know we got to play a complete game. And what's exciting about being 6-0 and not have played a complete game yet, in my opinion, and the players will tell you the same, is that there's only room to get better, right? And that's our goal. And so, if I felt it coming, I'd try to do something about it. I'm not sure. I think every time we get ready to go for a drive, I look at the offense, I look at Jalen, and I look at AJ, I look at Devontae, and I look at Dallas, and I look at that offensive line and Miles Sanders, and I'm like, we got a chance to go score right here, right? No matter what the situation. That's a heck of a defense right there. Man, that's a really good defense. Parsons, Lawrence, Diggs. Those are prime time. They're really good players. So they made it hard for us. But every time I have confidence going out there just because of who we got in that huddle.
It's funny, we hear that all the time. Team needs to play a complete game, needs to play a complete game. If that happened, the final score would be 53-10. Like, you don't have to play a complete game to win. I think what happens is coaches see how well a team can play. And you put a few drives together, you put a half together, you put a quarter together, and that's enough to ultimately win. But then you have to still sweat it out. I think every coach would love to get to a point where they're up 38-3, late in the third quarter, they can empty the bench and they can just relax, which of course makes that not a complete game because you deliberately take your foot off the gas pedal late, but that's where they're trying to get. It's perfect start to finish. There's no mistake, but it doesn't happen because the other team always has a plan that directly conflicts with your plan, and you're not going to win every play, every drive, every moment. You're not going to play a complete game unless you're practicing against air. That's the only way you're going to play a complete game in the NFL.
Okay, I mean, did you just explain how
But I hear it every week. But we hear that every week. We want to play a complete game. You're never going to play a complete game, so why are you trying? Just frickin' take the win and don't whine about not playing a complete game.
They're not whining about playing
every week.
Game.
Somebody's saying we just need to play a complete game.
I don't understand why you're doing this.
Because it bothers me.
My high school football coach used to say this, and I think that this is what coaches are trying to say when they're talking about a complete game. You strive for perfection, and you know that perfection is impossible, but striving for it is not. That's why you strive for it. That's why you play the game. You don't play it to just play it. You play it so that you can execute at the highest level that you possibly can. I didn't completely quote him. I didn't say you play to win, but you play it so that you can do everything that you try to do. You want to completely execute your plan. And yeah, you don't want to have so many flaws. You know that things are going to happen. As players always say, those guys get paid too, right? As you just said, they have a plan, and everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. But you have to be able to do what you can do to win. And if you talk about a complete game, you want to keep guys motivated. You want to say, hey, we won, but there are still ways we can get better. Because if you don't get better, then you're going to end up like the Arizona Cardinals, where you start out 10-2 and you end up losing the division. And then you play a non-competitive playoff game to the Los Angeles Rams. You have to continue to elevate the bar every single week. And that's why they keep talking about complete games like this.
So basically what you're saying is all this talk about playing a complete game is a con. It's a grift on the players to keep them from getting soft.
Not really a
That's
con.
What you're telling me. You're telling me it's a ruse to get guys to not get soft. I think there's a way to be realistic about the fact that you're not going to play a complete game and still strive for perfection on every snap. But apparently we have a philosophical difference, and that conversation is keeping us from having a complete show. So I'm just striving for a complete show. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.